Hello, and welcome to the Veteran Hands Network podcast, where we discuss veteran struggles, challenges, accomplishments, success, including health. I'm a veteran and an American Legion. I'm former Army Specialist Marshall Moss, and today's topics include the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, Black History Month, and of course, the Super Bowl. So let's get started. All right. I was just about to take a flight to California to visit my brother when I heard the pilots are making errors due to the downtime from the pandemic. The pandemic is affecting everyone all across the world, but those airline pilots are going to have to do something. We can't have the planes falling out the sky. We just can't have that. So I don't know what Southwest, Delta, United, I don't know what the airlines are going to do to get those pilots up and flying at 100%, but we got to do something to keep those planes flying. The pandemic is just it's overwhelming. There's women who have taken the vaccine and they lymph nodes under their arms are swelling up. So I don't know, this pandemic has just got people going. Some of the ladies are thinking it may be linked to cancer, but they're doing ongoing studies to make sure that this is not the case. This is occurring in Cleveland, the University Hospital in Cleveland. The blacks are being underserved with the vaccine. The blacks has 22% taking the vaccine at this time, and whites are at 55.4%. There's COVID-19 scams going on all around the United States. I'm sure in other countries there's scams going there too, but we got to focus on our hometown and our states here in the United States. So let's be aware of the scams. Continue to wear your mask. Before I started the podcast, I had my mask on, and it's okay to double your mask, but I just was wearing one today. But prior to starting the podcast, I had my mask on, and I'm wearing my mask everywhere I go. I'm going shopping, I'm going bowling, wherever I'm going, meetings, what have you. I'm having on my mask, and I'm continuously wearing it. I just don't know how to express to all of our peoples, all of my veterans, the family members, and what have you, please continue to wear your mask and wash your hands. Sanitize surfaces in your home, your bathrooms. Continuously do this. You'll be surprised how bacteria and germs grow on everyday surface. You have to continue to wipe them down with Lysol. Disinfect continuously those areas. You have to do a little upgrade in your refrigerator just as well. Get some fresh boxes of Arm & Hammer. Keep your refrigerator fresh and cleaned out. People are always going in and out of the refrigerator. Some people are not sanitizing their hands as much as they need to. You got to stay on it. It's just something that we're going to have to do. I mean, if you want to stay safe and keep others safe around you, you're going to have to stay on top of this. They said people are getting a little relaxed because things are opening back up here in the Missouri and the East St. Louis metropolitan area as well. Things are opening back up, but continue to wear your mask. Let's stay safe. Again, all my veterans that are going to the VA hospital, John Cochran Division, and Jefferson Barracks, they're still asking you to get there 15 minutes prior to your appointment time, using the front entrance, if at all possible, where they will screen you for your temperature check and screen you for where your appointment will be. They'll recommend that you go straight to that area If you have to bring someone with you to help you move about, please do so, but let that be only one person that you bring, and they need to be at least 18 years or older. They're asking you not to wander through the hospital, go straight to the area where your designated appointment is. Let's stay safe until all of our veterans have been vaccinated. All of our family members are vaccinated. I know this is going to take a while before it's going to be done, but it's mandatory that we continue to stay safe and keep others around us safe just as well. Therefore, we will be able to be here for a much longer time to enjoy each other. Now, I want you to know some of the vets that are not enrolled to get medical care at either of the VA locations here in Missouri, the John Cochran Division or the John JB facility. If you're not able to get that, you can fill out a VA form, 10EZ form, and get medical care for your vaccine. Not medical care totally, but for the vaccine. We want to get all of our veterans, even those that's been dishonorably discharged or all others or what have you. If you are a veteran, you can fill out a VA form, 10EZ form, and still get you vaccinated. You have to get registered. So if you need to get registered, there's a call center at the VA here in St. Louis, Missouri. You can call that at 314-289-7339. Again, 314-289-7039. That's the call center where you can get screened and registered to get your COVID-19 vaccine. We're trying to get all of our veterans vaccinated as soon as possible. Vaccine for high risk and 65-year-olds and other veterans are being done now. I'm scheduled for February the 12th. Another one of my veteran American Legion friends, Conrad's, Rufus Shannon, he had his shot. He's doing great. Now we're going to have to get more blacks involved in taking this vaccine. So many of you are skeptical about taking the vaccine. However, you will have to take it in the end, one way or the other, I believe. Because if you want to go traveling using some of the major airlines, use some of the major transportations for its Greyhound and other entities, they're going to be asking for your COVID-19 vaccine card. Please do not share your cards. If you have already gotten your vaccine, they're asking you not to share your card because it holds a lot of privileged information and you don't want your name to be involved in an unnecessary scam in a whole different country. Get my drift? So what I'm just saying, please go and get vaccinated. Register now. KMOX TV Channel 2, they have a link for vets. Or again, you can call the call center. The number is 314-289-7039. Also, I want you to know that there are going to be others that will be there with you. So please, again, do wear your mask. Always mask up, because there is no telling who you may come in contact with. Other veterans, they're going to be vaccinating all other veterans that's not that are not high risk and are not 65 and older. Now, if you're younger than that, they're going to be start doing general vaccines for our veterans in March. Again, if you haven't got vaccinated and you're a veteran, you can call area code 314-289-7039. If you are a veteran and you may have all other discharge or another release from the Army that constitutes you still be a veteran, and you need to get medical VA vaccine for COVID-19, you need to fill out a VA form 10010 EZ form. And you can call for more information 314-289-7039. That's the call center, and they will connect you. Again, you will have to take the vaccine one way or the other, sooner or later, I believe. And on February the 12th, I will be marching in to get my vaccine for COVID-19. Shall we continue? Now to our heritage. The role of African Americans in U.S. history was largely ignored until historian Dr. Carter G. Woodson became determined to set the record straight. Now known as the father of Black history, Dr. Woodson spent many years working to achieve recognition for the stories and contributions of Black Americans. In 1926, he pioneered a special week in February to highlight African American heritage history. By 1976, this celebration had become nationally recognized as Black History Month, raising awareness of Black history from culture from coast to coast. Continue with our highlight on our African Americans. We must not be afraid. We must be hopeful. We must be optimistic, said John Lewis. From 1940 to 2020, he was an American civil rights hero who marched along Dr. Martin Luther King in the Selma to Montgomery March in 1965. He was a lifetime crusader for civil rights, urging every generation to get involved and fight for equality. He served the U.S. Senate, House of Representatives from 1987 until the passing this last year. That was the great John Lewis, who always looked for good trouble. The Selma to Montgomery March, a 5-mile voting rights march from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama in 1965 helped win nationwide support from African Americans struggling for fair treatment. Marches included civil rights leaders John Lewis and Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. Many who marched were met with police violence, which brought national attention and sympathy. By the last march held March 25th, the movement had gone to 25,000 people. Soon after the Selma March, President Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Voting Rights Act into law, making it easier for African Americans to vote. We've come a long way, baby, and we've got a long way to go. We shall continue to march until equality brings freedom to everyone. Did you know that they were considering putting Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill? The Biden administration is pushing to put Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill. It's important to our notes that our money reflects history and diversity in our country. And Harriet Tubman image in our new $20 bills will do just that. Her image will be greatly received throughout the United States. And another farewell to another beautiful queen. Cicely Tyson dies at the age of 96. She gave us so much soul, so much drama. Miss Jane Pittman and Roots, and so many characteristics that she played character to. The great and late Cicely Tyson will always be remembered and revered as one of our beautiful, great actors. Hey, are you going to the Super Bowl? Will you be there? If you are going there, make sure you double mask up, because it's going to be a showdown. Even though Coke won't be there. All the veterans that won't be there will be drinking Coke, especially during the halftime. But meanwhile, go Chiefs, go Chiefs, go Chiefs. I can't wait to see what's going to happen this Sunday for the showdown with Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady. Tom, I've been watching you for quite some years now. It's about time for you to give it up and let that youngster come on in there. Patrick Mahomes, you've been doing us great deeds. Missouri is supporting you 200%. All of my veterans say it. Go Chiefs, go. I can't wait for Sunday for the Super Bowl. Even though Coke won't be there representing this year at the Super Bowl, will you be there? If you are there, again, wear your mask. Even if you're doing a Super Bowl party at your own home, in your own area, in your own backyard, please be aware that COVID is always there in the air. So again, mask up. At this time, I'd like to thank all of you all for watching the podcast today, but we're going to ask each and every one of you to push the subscribe button right away, right now. Just push subscribe so you can know when the Veterans Hands Network podcast is being podcast. Because we have a lot of information for our veterans, family members, and friends. So if some of your loved ones is a veteran, you might want to inform them. If some of your loved ones is a active duty service member, we might have some information for them or for you to share with others. So always listen in for our podcast. And you can do that by doing what? Push subscribe so you can inform and be informed. Our veterans, we support you. We're thankful for your service, and all of you do. Our active members, we thank you for your service. Our veterans that have already served and do their diligence, we thank you for your service. At this time, I'd like to thank our sponsors for our all-white party. They are the wind beneath the wings of the podcast. I'd like to thank Ed Trophies, Balloons Champions, Sammy Nolan. Sam takes great pictures for all of our events. Our Solid Gold sponsors, Ronald L. Jones Mortuary, Martin Luther King Tire Shop, my great friend Marlon Pruitt over there, Gwenny's Kitchen. Gwen makes this pasta that is to die for. Gwen, thank you for the pasta. It's always great. Quality West Limousines, Southern Metal. Southern Metal helps a lot of our veterans on the south side of St. Louis. They're over on Broadway in the Carondelet neighborhood area. They help our veterans supplement their family's income. Southern Metal is always there with us. I'd like to thank the Choice Restaurant. Lillian, she does a very special menu every Wednesday for our veterans. You can find her on Jefferson in Utah, The Choice. Very delicious food for the family. And every Wednesday she have a very special for our veterans. Southside Wellness Center, I'd like to say hello to Ollie Stewart and Mary Endeavor. They're always doing great things on the South Side to help advance and move our neighborhood and community forward. Betty Alterations, Personal Best Catering and Designs, Balloons by BB and BB the Clown. Barbara Carter, she's doing some great balloons displays for our veterans, and she's going to be coming over and she's going to decorate the center for us, and you'll be able to have her come and visit you too. That's BB the Clown. She does so much. That's Barbara Carter. And of course, all of my friends and workers at DeMoss Forest Hands, thank you for all you do too to get us prepared and keep us moving. I'd like to thank the Veteran Hand Support Group as well. So now, again, I ask you, my veterans, my fellow friends, my servicemen and women, I want to thank you for your service and all you do, but push the button so I'll be able to hear from you as well soon. Very soon, we're going to be having upcoming guests. We already have them lined up, and they're looking forward to coming on, but we got to wait till the COVID dies down a little bit more and make sure everybody is continuing to wear their masks, which is very, very imperative that you do. Stay safe. I love all of my people, my family members, friends, fellow veteran comrades. I'd like to thank each and one of you for listening in. I'd like to thank Warren Moss, my brother, the inspiration behind our podcast. I'd like to thank Michael Dotson, our podcast consultant, and of course you. Once again, I'm a veteran and American Legion. I'm former Army Special Moss, and I look forward to seeing you at our next podcast. Goodbye for now.